Hello. Welcome to Not Without My Sister. I'm Beatrice.
I'm Rosemary.
And we are here to fill your ear holes with fun.
That is gross. I was actually thinking today that I'd like to go and get my ears syringed, but only if I could see what comes out of them. And I don't think I'm brave enough to say, make sure you don't throw that out. Like with my wisdom teeth, Beatrice.
I think we should start again. That is absolutely gross.
People, this is the content people are here for. When I had my wisdom teeth out under general anaesthetic, I woke up, I looked around the room, I was like, where are they? Because you had your wisdom teeth in a little box on top of your desk. And I was
Lovely.
like, I want my wisdom teeth. I must do everything that Beatrice does. And where were my wisdom teeth? In the bin.
Well, I kept mine because I heard that you can still channel wisdom from those teeth.
No, you didn't.
That's why I kept them. So it explains a lot.
Not.
You didn't have any and I had them to draw wisdom from.
You know, when I had my 24 karat gold braces removed, I glued them onto a mould that I had of my teeth.
For what?
I don't know. I think they're still in the house somewhere.
What?
It was really creepy, like, because the dentist had given me one of those ceramic moulds she made of my teeth.
Oh, I understood what you did.
Oh, sorry. Well, just, no, I wasn't, that wasn't necessarily for your benefit, but just in case anybody at home doesn't really know what it's like. Maybe they've never had braces.
They're all equally baffled by this choice of
24
decoration.
karat gold. That's an investment in my future.
They were not 24 karat gold.
They were 24 karat gold plated.
I'd say 2 karat gold plated. I bet your mom actually uses them. She probably, when she misses you, goes in and like clatters the teeth. She probably has a 2-way conversation with these teeth.
That'd be cute.
It'd actually be a 1-way conversation because she'd be doing all the talking, but like an imaginary conversation with you.
Oh,
that wouldn't be cute. That would be creepy. So today I thought,
wait. Did you really hear that your wisdom teeth kept wisdom in them?
No, of course not.
Why'd you keep them then?
What? I don't know, because like I just thought it was like interesting. Look at these. These were my teeth. They used to be in my head. Now they're not. I don't have them anymore, if anybody's wondering.
Where are they? They're probably still at home.
I'm sure I put them in the bin, Rosemary. Mm-hmm. So today I thought we would talk about St. Patty's Day, your favourite national holiday, which is very much celebrated in America and celebrated in Ireland too, but definitely not to the extent and the fervour and all of the decorations and hoo-ha that happens in America, and how I had to decorate my office very begrudgingly and wear a green wig last year, the year before.
Did you?
I mean, yeah, got into the swing of things.
Hang on, you had to, or you just did?
Well, I mean, it felt semi, like a lot of people celebrated and were doing a lot. Like every single year I would do nothing. They go, did you not do anything? And I felt like a bit of a disappointment. So I went down to Target, got some St. Patrick's Day decorations. Couldn't find them on the day. So I had to like cut out the words Happy St. Patrick's, stuck them on my window. But I did have a green, very fetching wig that I wore for the whole day.
Was your head not very itchy?
No, I'm very good at wearing wigs.
Are you really?
No, of course it was super itchy.
Why? Can you not just be straightforward? Why all these lies?
It's funny, I had this conversation with Dawn yesterday, but enough of that. That's a different subject. More of that later.
Back to Saint, in inverted commas, Patty's.
So this all came about because I offered, in fact, asked Rosemary, nay, beseeched her to join me at the Irish Trad. And I said, we'll go and we'll do some research. I did say
beseeched. I think insisted was more accurate.
You said you weren't going. I was actually shocked.
Yeah, and you insisted.
No, I messaged you. We haven't gone yet, so I've insisted nothing. I messaged you and I said, let's go. I thought you would be just as enthused as I am because we both talk about J.K. O'Donnell's all the time. And I was like, well, sometimes.
I thought you were joking.
What? I said, let's go to this. It'd be great. Because when I saw there was a trad night, I was like, oh, there's a reason to go now. Not just to go and sit in the bar and like go, oh, this isn't as good as an Irish pub. You know, but let's go and listen to great music. I was like, it'd be great. We could also join in a bit of the singing.
See, that's where you really lose me. Listen to great music, maybe, from far away in the corner. Once it gets to like, hey, these girls are Irish. They're going to sing something. No.
Absolutely brilliant. And even if you're missing some Irish, some Gaeilge in the middle of the song, you can just go, Ara shachta nona shachta, and nobody knows what you're saying, right? You wouldn't get away with that in Ireland.
I'm just imagining you now standing up going, Trastana danta anwil kiada gum, dogdin on leris shachta nona shachta.
Oh, I thought it'd be great. And I was like, I actually was looking up to see if we could go with Mom. She'd love it. But unfortunately, it's only once a month and she's going to miss that.
Sorry, she'd love it.
She loves going out. She loves meeting people.
There's many an Irish pub near and not so near to Mum's own home in Ireland that does trad nights. Has she ever been to a trad night in her life?
You are missing the point here.
Mom definitely am. Is there
Mom
one?
Yes. Mom likes experiencing culture in a foreign country and seeing how it compares to Ireland. So like she said to me, can we go to Mass?
Mom likes the idea of experiencing culture because she said to you, can we go to Mass? And you went, lol. And I said to her,
I said, yes. I said, I'll bring you on Sunday.
I have said to her many times, I'll bring you to the chapel, the mega church around the corner from my house, which would be the perfect way to experience the culture of American religion. And every time I say it, she's like, no.
I know, I said to her too, she gets nervous. Let's go.
I really want to go.
Okay, we'll go this Sunday then.
Apparently they have good music.
They do. We'll go this Sunday. We bring Mom.
Okay.
Anyway, back to J.K. O'Donnell's. So I said, let's go do some trad music. Then I said, what are we going to do for St. Patty's Day? PATTY''S. You weren't impressed. And when I lived in New York, some of my friends with Irish heritage referred to it as St. Patty's Day.
Okay, put that in a sentence with an American accent, please.
Oh my God, my favourite national holiday is St. Patty's Day.
Paddy.
No, Patty was how they said it, because that would be Paddy. No, they said Patty, Rosemary. Like, I know you're like, they didn't, but you weren't there and they did.
No, but hang on. I'm like, okay, the way you're saying it, they're saying Paddy.
Okay, because I can't actually do an American accent and give it teeth.
No, what I'm saying is because Oh. I see what you're saying. So you're saying they said like Patty.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, but I thought you were saying they said Patty the way we'd say it.
Yeah, they did.
Right.
Patty. Like they said, but they pronounced it specifically with a T. It was not Paddy. And I was always like, what is this? And then I heard from Kerry with Irish heritage that some people pronounce it St. Patty's and some people pronounce it St. Paddy's.
Well, they're incorrect.
I agree.
Because people with Irish heritage get trumped by, guess what? Us, who are actually Irish.
I know, but I love the fact you're giving out to me for what other people call things.
No, I'm giving out to you for spelling it PATTIES in a text.
That was a joke.
Well, it didn't come across. And maybe when I say garage, I'm joking.
No. Anyway, mine was an actual joke. And I was like, what was the context even? Oh, it was like, this is when the next trad night is, let's go, in anticipation of St. Patty's Day. But unfortunately, it's after St. Patty's Day, so we can't. We'll have to go anyway.
I am not committing to this. Why do you look so annoyed? It's not my thing. You wouldn't come to burlesque with me.
I would. You didn't invite me.
I didn't even go in the end.
I absolutely would. I do lots of things with you that I don't want to do.
Like what?
Like sit in your house, chat to you, do the podcast.
Sit in my house and chat to me.
Have you over for dinner.
That hurts my feelings.
Don't be ridiculous. You're turning into Bo. Don't be ridiculous. No, nothing. I don't. But I would. Here's the point. I would do things with you that I didn't want to do. Because everything you want to do, I also want to do. Go shopping, drink tea, chat about mom and dad.
Do jigsaw.
Oh, but also every single decoration that I see, because like now it's ample, right? It's out there. It's St. Patrick's Day overload in America, and it's every possible ornament you could want.
I saw a rug yesterday with a shamrock on it in Marshall's. I actually meant to point it out to you. A rug.
Oh, we should have bought it for Mom.
But this just goes back to our whole point about Americans having either space in their houses or storage units to store their decor, and they take out their entire Patrick's Day, their Patrick's Day rug, their Patrick's Day couch, their Patrick's Day cushions.
Sorry, or energy.
Oh, well.
To do that.
But Americans are very energetic.
They're very enthusiastic. But, I mean, I don't even have time to like fluff up the rug that I have. Is that rude? Oh, God.
I just feel, though, that I should defend Patrick's Day in Ireland for a moment, because a friend of mine used to work for St. Patrick's Festival. And while you said it's not celebrated with the same fervour, it's just a different thing in Ireland, right? That it's now become kind of a celebration of the arts and culture.
No, I more meant it's a one-day event. And people are
it's a whole
happy.
Weekend, St. Patrick's Festival.
Okay, but they're happy and they enjoy it. But it's not like weeks in advance, and like it doesn't go so much through the office and through.
It's not replacing your rug.
Yeah, there's not all these like things that people buy to string up around the place in their own spaces. It's more you go out and you celebrate with friends, or you go out and you do something. Whereas here, like there's a lot of, I'm decorating my house. I've got my St. Patrick's Day paper plates.
My St. Patrick's Day outfit.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually know one Irish person.
I actually quite like that.
Who has several St. Patrick's Day outfits.
That's nice.
But that feels quite American to me.
Anyway, the whole point was every time we go into a shop and there is a table or like some kind of, St. Patrick's Day pop-up of stuff to purchase, Mom looks around to me, and if I as much as look at it, Like the other day we were in Target and I picked up something and went, Mom, I should get this for you. And I'm clearly joking. Like,
let me guess, you went, don't be ridiculous.
No, it was like some kind of shamrock or leprechaun toothpaste holder, right? And I went, oh, Mom, you'd love this.
Tooth cup, you do have those teeth.
Tooth cup. Good one, that took me a second. And I literally picked it up and said, Mom, you'd love this. And she goes, you are becoming ridiculous. You would buy anything. You and your sister are so Americanized. And I was like,
why did you have to bring your sister into that?
That's what she said.
I was enjoying the laugh at your expense there until you brought me into it.
That's what she said. And then I was like, what? I just looked at this stuff, you know?
I did consider yesterday buying a wreath for my door with Easter eggs on it, but I already have like a corner of my closet dedicated to our Easter tat that I've nowhere to put.
So maybe it's your fault, because when you said the other day, when we went into wherever we were, Marshall's, like it's all high end at the moment, and you said, oh, I must get up some stuff for those Easter baskets. I did see Mom's shoulders pinched up around her ears.
It's because, so before I moved in with Brandon, the tradition with the boys was that the Easter bunny brings these baskets, because they don't do Easter eggs the way we have in Ireland, right? The big chocolate Easter egg, which more is the pity. I'd love a chocolate Easter egg.
It's a disaster
I
here.
know, and it's full of shit candy, and I just want one nice chocolate egg.
It's also so environmentally unfriendly. These little plastic
so
eggs.
much packaging, all these little plastic eggs.
So much effort. I think I've mentioned this before, like the first Easter we moved here. Like I had never done this Easter egg hunt, like because I was like, my kids are too young, but like then they cop on and they're like, when are we going to this Easter? It's like a 3-hour event. Now, people go out to their churches very often.
Oh yeah, and do them there. Now your problem was you did clues.
No, but I'm going to say that was like, I was like, I better do something this year. But like all of my friends, before they go to the church events, they have an Easter egg hunt in their own back gardens.
Oh yeah, Brandon got up at like 4 a.m. and put out the Easter eggs. But then remember, the last year was the year that they went outside to find all the eggs and they found a dead bunny. Particularly bad timing. So little baby bunny dead in the back garden. It was too cold for him.
Terrible. There's just so much
bad.
wrapped up into that. It's like a really creepy episode.
Very
of Lost
macabre. It was awful, yeah. Anyway, last year we totally forgot about these stupid fucking Easter baskets that I would not have started with the kids, except Brandon started with them before I arrived on the scene.
But they get all these gifts. Explain what an Easter basket is.
Okay, so an Easter basket is like, it's very twee. It's some kind of basket in like festive pastel colours that usually has ribbons and shit on it. And you fill it full of different types of Easter candy.
How big is it, Rosemary?
Okay, it's about the size of a dinner plate, a little bit bigger. Some people do huge ones.
But these are big. Like there is no real
this is
small
quite
one.
big. And we usually would put in, like last year, I think I got them each a book. It's kind of Easter themed. So like Finn got one about bunnies, and I don't know what William got.
Bunnies Dead in Your Garden by Rosemary.
What to do when you find a dead bunny. Kiss, kiss, kiss. 2 pencils with like bunny erasers on the end of them. They each got a bracelet or something. You know, like just like little kind of tat. It's just tat is what it is, basically.
This is a waste of money.
Beatrice, you're telling me. Anyway, last year we left it too late and we ended up getting all the dregs of the Easter candy. So this year I'm like, we need to just go and get some stuff early, because like they didn't have any of the like Reese's bunnies left. Do you know what I mean?
And Rosemary, what happens in an Easter egg hunt? What is put in the garden?
Okay, so the candy, we put a whole lot of candy in their Easter baskets, and they each get like, there are a few little plastic eggs in their Easter baskets that have jelly beans and jelly babies and small candies in them. But then also we keep aside approximately 40 eggs. It must be an even number so that each child gets an even number of eggs, which is stupid as well. I feel like if one of them finds more, so be it. But anyway, so we then get these little plastic eggs with the little candies inside them. Now, since I started doing this, I've insisted that we use the same plastic eggs every year. Brandon's just like, we can throw them out and get new ones.
What?
I know, Beatrice. Terrible, terrible. So anyway, we've kept them, we reuse them.
But like, that's the problem. Where do you store all this crap?
In our closet in the corner, really annoying. So then in the morning of Easter, Brandon got up. Easter's basically like Christmas morning. The two of them get up as well before the crack of dawn and want to go out looking for you. And you have to wait for the sun to come up. Basically, you're like, no, we can't go out now. It's still dark. We can't go out now. It's still dark.
Well, it's
okay,
also
it's getting
freezing.
light now. Yeah. Hence the bunny, frozen to death in the back garden. So anyway, Brandon got up at about 4 a.m. and went outside and hid. And like, we had just moved into our house as well. So
I think what you mean is Brandon went outside, killed a bunny, came back in.
Brandon went outside, bludgeoned a bunny to death while he was hiding the eggs. But Brandon went out, and because we had just moved into our house, and I mean, it's still like this really, there aren't that many places to hide because we just have this flat, expansive back garden. So he really had to be quite inventive. And let me tell you, Beatrice, the moment you start being even slightly like, I'm going to put this egg inside this hydrangea, They can't find a thing.
Oh, they can't find anything,
Oh my God,
Rosemary.
the egg has to be literally right in front of their noses. And like, it has to be like a computer game where it's literally, there's a ping on top of it going, bing, bing, here's the egg, bing, bing. Otherwise they can't find a thing. So you go around going, I think I might, and like, you're also Egypt, as if you didn't like, well, I didn't, but as if Brandon didn't hide them that morning. You're like, I think the Easter Bunny might have hidden one over here. It's so boring. And you're all freezing as well, waiting for them to find the final eggs. Then we went over to Brandon's grandma's that afternoon for lunch or for dinner or whatever. And they had another fucking Easter egg hunt in the garden. His sister had put out a whole lot of eggs, and some of her eggs had money in them.
Oh, yeah.
They do cash, yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends last year, like their kid was going, oh, yeah, I got $20 from the eggs, and all my kids' heads whipped around like the speed of light.
Let me ask you, Beatrice, what has any of this got to do with Jesus?
Well, exactly, Rosemary. And then when they asked me what Easter was all about, I couldn't even answer them.
How do you even tie the two things together?
Oh, no, I just more meant I couldn't even answer them. I was like, you need to ask Granny.
Oh, well, it's what Jesus was crucified on the cross, and on the third day he rose again according to the scriptures.
I said
he
that.
He ascended up to heaven and is seated at the right hand of the Lord.
Thanks, Rosemary. Well, I explained all that the other day in the car to them, and they were still looking at me sideways. So he came back to life? I said, yeah, because like they don't go to mass, right? And we don't talk about religion a lot. I mean, only today in the way into school, like it makes me concerned giving them facts when I'm driving, because I can't Google check the facts that I'm giving. Like I was telling them, they were like,
I thought you were going to say because you get distracted from the road.
No, they were like, how old is America? And I was like, an 18 something to Columbus sailed the ocean blue, 1862 or 42, I couldn't remember. 40, I couldn't even remember. 1642, right? Something like that, right? So it's 500. Anyway, I was like, it's this many years. I was like, and he thought it was India. That's, blah, blah, blah. And I was talking to him like, and they were conquistadores.
Well,
and
Beatrice, that's actually very narrow-minded of you, because America is thousands of years old. It's just when was it discovered by white people?
I said that first.
Oh, good.
Yes, you're welcome.
Phew.
And I was talking away, and I was like, I said, it's as old as anywhere else, but it wasn't discovered, exactly, by, white people, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. What were you saying? I was literally talking for hours.
Oh my God. I was just telling Dad yesterday, I was like telling him how Nash is like really good now, as in he's old enough now to have a decent conversation. I was like, the one thing is now sometimes he asks you a question and then starts talking before you finished your answer. It's like they all do that, like, but
100%. Well, anyway, so I was explaining Lazarus and the tomb coming back from the dead, right?
What's Lazarus got to do with anything?
Oh,
was he there?
I was just giving examples from the Bible of people who came back from, is Jesus a real person? They go straight to the facts. And I'm like, I didn't have any of this.
It's just like me in the conversation we had about the poop, when I was like, what kind of dog is it? And you were getting
oh my God, you're right.
I'm an 8-year-old.
I was like, I was like, we didn't ask any of these questions. We just read the Bible and went, oh, what was that one? Zacchaeus.
Oh, the tax collector.
Yeah.
And Jesus became his friend because Jesus didn't just become friends with the good people.
Oh.
He also became friends with the shit people. When Jesus came to town, he needed somewhere to stay, and all the townsfolk said, why are you going to stay at his house? He's the tax collector. We hate him. And Jesus was like, I love everybody. Seems like a bore.
Maybe I'm Jesus. Now all my friends are wondering which ones are the shit ones. Anyway, so back to the trad night, right? So we're going to go to this trad night. We'll report back on it. But tell me, Rosemary, what are your plans to celebrate not Easter, but St. Patrick's Day? I keep trying to do the Kilcannon with the wrapped up
I thought that
pennies.
was Halloween.
No, Kilcannon. Isn't that?
That's Halloween,
yeah,
Beatrice.
you're right.
I tell you how I'm going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to commission my husband. Actually, I should have started sowing the seeds of this earlier. Tell him it's really important for me and my culture that we have cupcakes. We have St. Patrick's Day cupcakes. I like cupcakes. I'm going to get him to make some cupcakes with green icing. You hate that. You don't really like cupcakes anyway. The idea of green icing,
I was thinking Kilcannon sounded delicious now that I said it. I was like, I should do that. Kale with potatoes, delicious.
I mean, fine, but like not particularly festive and fun. It's just because the kale is green.
It's green, yeah. Delicious.
Oh my God, maybe I'll make one of those things that you love where I make an entire meal, but it's actually cake.
What?
Have you seen those things? That TV show on Netflix, it's like, is this cake?
Oh, is this a shoe? Yeah, which one is the real
Which
cake?
one is cake? Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate
I'm gonna make a green dinner, like green peas, green beans.
Oh
Kilcannon,
my God.
and it's all going to be cake.
Imagine if I bit into that, I'd puke.
You actually would, that would be.
I'd be so disappointed, but also, Rosemary, I'd actually like you to do it because it would take you. How long would it take you?
Oh my
amazing.
God. Beatrice, the other day, I made Dishoom dinner again, the second time ever using the Dishoom cookbook. And because I'm boring, I made the exact same things I made the first time because I was thinking strategically, these will be much quicker the second time around.
Were they?
Listeners, They were not quicker.
Were they a bit quicker?
No. It took the entire day once again.
I thought you said those chapatis took about a minute.
Dad made the chapatis, so in my mind they took 10 seconds. Well, I didn't even pay attention to him.
He also said they took 10 seconds, but
But he didn't make them out of the Dishoom cookbook. That doesn't count. He made sourdough chapatis.
Oh.
The flatbreads I made yesterday took 10 minutes. Less.
Were they from the
minutes.
Dishoom cookbook?
No.
Oh.
Nothing from the Dishoom cookbook takes less than 3 hours. The dal is literally like, boil the dal for 3 hours.
But that's not you cooking. That's like you put it in, you boil it, you walk away.
Sorry. Bring the dal to a boil. Cook for 2 to 3 hours, stirring.
Nadia would not approve. Mom and Dad have been watching non-stop Nadia.
Nadia bakes.
Nadia bakes.
They love her. Well,
she made...
they love her and they hate her. They're very skeptical.
Oh, no. Mom goes, we're not watching Nadia again. Right, this is last night. And then Dad starts playing and Mom goes, oh, we just watched this episode. Yuck. Yuck. She was making tagliatelle with beetroot pesto kind of thing.
Oh.
This only takes 15 minutes and it's bursting with flavour. Mom's like, oh, she's very annoying. Why is she so bubbly? She loves her husband. She says this as a major criticism. She loves the husband anyway. That's a fact.
Well, she loves her husband. Mom loves her husband. So what's she talking about? Well...
She does, but I don't know that she'd be proclaiming it to the world. If she had her own cookery show,
wouldn't, no.
if she had her
Can you imagine Mom having her own cookery show?
Mammy's Recipes, it would be called. This
it would
famous
be
fucking 6-page.
About a teaspoon. Whatever you think.
Excuse me. Let me tell you about the most ridiculous conversation we had last week. Okay, so this sex page. God's sakes. Jesus. Jesus, my mind. Ugh, mental images. Cease and desist. This 6-page leaflet that she printed out years ago with her brown bread, 4 recipes and nothing else. And every time I go, can I have the recipe for whatever? She goes, did you check Mammy's recipes? I'm like, no recipes have miraculously popped in there since the last time I checked.
And also in there is things I've never had. A peanut butter cookie or something. I'm literally never had that in my life.
Definitely. She doesn't like peanut butter. She never cooked that.
I know.
And every time I take peanut butter out of the press, she goes, ew.
I know.
Well, oh yeah, I was telling her about the pudding, the Christmas pudding. She's like, how was it? Was it good? And I said, it was a bit moist. I put in everything that was in the recipe. Well, if you follow the recipe. I said, I did follow the recipe, but you remember last year you told me that there was probably too much liquid. No, did you follow the recipe? Because if you followed the recipe, it would have been fine. Mine was fine. I said, but you didn't put in all the liquid that's in the recipe. Yes, I did. If you followed the recipe, it would have been. I said, no, Mom, last year you were here and I took out the thing of Guinness. She goes, bottles of Guinness used to be a lot smaller. I said, okay, Mom, it says a quantity of Guinness, which is what I purchased. Well, they used to have much smaller bottles of Guinness, much, much smaller. Isn't that right, Philip? Dad then starts going, that's correct. They were half the size. So it's really calling for half the size. I said it calls for a specific ounce of Guinness, right? It says this volume of liquid. Did you put it all in? Because I only ever put in half. I nearly lost my reason.
Oh, God.
I know. I said I need her to make it and actually tell me what the measurements are versus the thing that she has given us with all the wrong measurements.
You're not wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking now, St. Patrick's Day is on a Saturday, right? Is there a parade in Fort Wayne? I'm sure there isn't.
I'm sure there is.
Let's look at it.
And if there isn't, we could make one. We have enough small children to seem like an actually large gathering. Dress them all in green, do nothing, circle the garden, do an egg hunt and go home. Oh, no, the
That's
egg hunt
Easter.
happens at Easter.
There's a St. Paddy's Day. Oh, perfect, Beatrice. A fun run.
Oh,
a 4-day Clover Classic.
What's that? Is that golf?
Wait a second now. I've
run,
lost it now.
That's very subjective now. Who's having fun at this run? I'd have fun watching the run, not doing the running.
Sorry, wait. I'm entirely incorrect. March 17th is a Friday. This must be from last year because it's Wednesday, March 16th. So this isn't accurate anyway. Based on last year, right, there's a Clover Classic, the tapping of the first green keg.
Oh, sounds great.
And then there's celebrated J.K. O'Donnell's live entertainment.
We should just invite people around here and we'll all sing Irish songs. If only anybody knew any.
However, the Fort Wayne professional firefighters turned the St. Mary's River green. So we should go to that because that's a week before using eco-friendly vegetable dye.
I have to say, is it not already green?
But they turn it really green.
Oh, that looks great.
It is green, but they turn it neon green. The celebration is family friendly. Oh, there's a Lucky Charms eating contest. Our kids would be a shoo-in. I can think of 2 in particular that would be absolute guaranteed winners.
Bo did win that Oreo from your forehead falling into your mouth competition.
I'm sure there's a catchier name for it, Beatrice. Come on, lads, we're playing the Oreo from your forehead catching with your mouth competition. Who's going to win?
So mean to me. It's ridiculous.
Get Greenfest 2023. Oh yeah, the Fort Wayne Professional Firefighters. Oh, look, I feel like I'd have really high hopes for these firefighters.
I was about to say when I went to based on the fact that the firefighters at, what is it, Bal des Pompiers in Paris, where I went and they were like all stripping on the fire poles. It was basically like heaven. These firemen were incredibly attractive.
Okay, Beatrice, take everything you know about Parisian stripping firefighters and think, what's the opposite of that? And I think that's what we're going to get.
In the middle of take everything you know about Parisian stripping firefighters in a nightclub at 11 p.m. in an outdoor
and transport it to
11 a.m. freezing cold, wet and windy Fort Wayne.
Sorry, Beatrice, an Irish baking class. Oh. Hey, you learn to make two things. Guess what they are?
Christmas pudding.
No. Yes, seriously, Beatrice.
Oh, well, everybody keeps telling me how the Scotch eggs are delicious in J.K. O'Donnell's. And somebody else asked me if there's such a thing as an Irish curry.
Okay, sorry. This isn't J.K. O'Donnell's.
Okay.
Scotch eggs are Scottish.
Thank you, Rosemary. I'm aware of that. Okay, okay, let me guess. Toad in the hole. They love that as well.
That's English.
They love that as being an Irish
Okay.
thing. Okay, let me guess again. Brown bread. Don't tell me. Brown bread. The perfect cup of tea.
Almost. Authentic Irish soda bread and rich Guinness brownies.
Ugh. That sounds very poopy.
Among us. That's just because you had that unfortunate poop experience with the brownies.
What? Oh, you bitch. I was going to ask Mom if that was true on the episode with her.
She told me it's true.
Well, I'm going to ask her for details.
What was the text? And I quote, "It was Beatrice who ate the brownies." And if you don't know what we're talking about, you need to go back and listen to every single episode until you find it. I don't think any authentic Irish person would put Guinness in a brownie.
You know what? You're going to get an influx of people saying, Rosemary, what do we know? What do we know? Nothing except what's within the pages of Mammy's recipe leaflet.
There's a St. Paddy's Day hard bar crawl.
Oh, I'd hate that.
This year, don't just party, Paddy hard.
Oh.
Shamrockin Shenanigans.
I hate
Make some Irish art projects.
Oh,
that's
like
actually
what?
cute.
A Bridget's Day cross.
A Lepretian.
Oh, really?
No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say what you're making. Oh, I'm just guessing. The Get Greenfest, this is outrageous, is on March 18th with
that's
the firefighters.
It was a Saturday.
I know.
Oh, no.
But that's ridiculous. They should have had it the Saturday before. Although, look at this hose.
What?
Look at that, Beatrice.
Rosemary, you're actually ridiculous.
All the green dye is spurting out of that hose like
my God.
Business.
Well, we can look forward to that.
What are you going to do for St. Paddy's Day? Now that you've made me tell you.
You'll be looking to your left or to your right, and there I will be doing whatever you're doing.
Oh, I can't wait for the boys to all come home from school with like shamrocks in their faces. Oh my God.
Somewhere? I don't know how like fervently patriotic they're feeling.
The
right
Irish
now.
pride hasn't settled into him yet. I think he's ashamed.
He's not.
Of you.
What? I'm getting their passports now soon, so he'll be able to walk around and own it.
That's what we should do. A harp on one cheek and a shamrock on the other.
That's actually a great idea. Chance would love that.
Nash would rather die, I'd say.
Oh, well, yeah. That's fine. Won't do it for him.
I was going to say we could do it in like the kind of invisible ink that just shows up later on, but I'm not sure that exists. Thank you all so much for listening to Not Without My Sister. We'd love to know your St. Patrick's Day plans. Do you believe that Americans pronounce it St. Patty's Day and don't just say St. Paddy's Day and confuse the T's and the D's? Because I don't. But I wasn't there.
Yes, you weren't. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Not Without My Sister is recorded in studio in Fort Wayne by Don Kirkland, who also wrote our theme tune, and the original illustration is by Lindsay Neilson.